Right now, there's an international competition to identify the new 7 Wonders of Nature. This competition is going worldwide, and the Bay of Fundy is the remaining Canadian finalist. Now, it needs our support. Yes, indeed, it does have the highest tides in the world, but there are lots of other reasons why the Bay of Fundy is really cool. I went there last summer, and here are a few of the things that I discovered. Because the Bay of Fundy is funnel shaped, when the tides go in and out, it's kind of like sloshing water around in a giant bathtub. With each tide, the Bay of Fundy actually flushes an amount of water equal to the entire daily discharge of all the rivers in the world. And it's because of those tides that you might hear the slurping sound of Old Sow down near Deer Island. It's the largest whirlpool in the Western Hemisphere. The biodiversity of the Bay of Fundy is said to be equal to the Amazon rainforest. It's the summer feeding area for half the world's population of the endangered North Atlantic right whales and 12 other species of whales.
Whoa! That's really
That was good.
cool. You can see him. You can
That
see
was
him.
good.
He's right there. You can see him glowing.
Here he comes.
That scared me when
Oh,
it
it's
was
kinda
close
freaky, eh?
up. There he is.
Here, let me get back a little bit. You go ahead.
And it's a critical feeding area for millions of migratory birds. In fact, the Bay of Fundy is the only stop on a 4,000 kilometer southbound journey that over 34 species of shorebirds make from the Arctic to their winter home in South America. One of my favorite places to base myself is St. Andrews, which is a good point to launch yourself for some whale watching. And when I went out whale watching, I learned about an awful lot of other cool creatures in the Bay of Fundy. For example, I didn't know this starfish could have a stomach outside of its body.
Hundreds of these little feet, and this is their mouth right here. You can actually see the part of their stomach coming out in the middle. Can you see that?
What's that coming out?
It's a stomach. So they actually have two stomachs.
Okay.
So they push one of their stomachs right outside of their body and into the small crack.
Now, just a little further up the coast from St. Andrews, you'll find Penfield near St. George. And it's here that they produce some of the rarest caviar in the world. Nearby is the village of Black's Harbor.
Hi, I'm here in Black's Harbor and I'm on the ferry ready to go to Grand Manan Island. But there's something else that's really cool about this little community of less than 1,000 people. It's the home of the world's largest sardine industry.
Brunswick canned seafood is now sold in 40 countries around the world. Then, while sea kayaking over on Grand Manan, past minke whales and seals, not only did I learn more about the sardine weirs, I learned that somebody that collects dulse, which is a type of seaweed that is dried for a snack or sometimes crumbled and put on salad, he can actually earn $50,000 to $60,000 a year. And I learned about another type of seaweed that is harvested because it has a binding agent that we use in chocolate milk, latex paint, and medicine. Back on the New Brunswick mainland, I head up the coast to St. Martin's, the gateway to the Fundy Trail. What a lot of people who stop here probably don't realize is that in 2010, an interesting scientific discovery was made here. A researcher found fossilized footprints of a 318 million year old reptile. Now, this is thought to be the world's first true reptile, and evidence of the same creature has also been found over on the Nova Scotia side at Joggins. This little guy that is only about 20 centimeters long is said to be the ancestor of all dinosaurs. Stop is the Fundy Trail, where you can hike or you can bike, and together with Fundy National Park, it makes up the longest stretch of undeveloped land between Miami and Labrador. One of the other cool things about the Fundy Trail is that you can actually stay in a little 4-bedroom fishing lodge that was built by William Randolph Hearst. A little further up the coast are the Hopewell Rocks, and they're really cool because they give you a chance to actually experience how high those tides are. At this point in the Bay of Fundy, the tides can reach a height of about 14 meters, And what's really cool is, at low tide, you can walk along the ocean floor, and then you can come back a number of hours later and sea kayak way above where you were walking before. Another thing that's really cool about Hopewell Rocks is it's one of the first parks that incorporated the use of iPad into its interpretive program. So you can actually go along and speak to one of the interpreters and see pictures of what it looks like with high tides and low tides and what it looked like historically.
Oh, those are so cute.
And then the reaction when the mother leaves.
Across the bay on the Nova Scotia side, those huge tides have eroded away and exposed fossils of the oldest reptile in Joggins and the world's smallest dinosaur footprints in Parlsboro. And this is thought to be one of the best places to try and harness the power of the tides to generate electricity. In fact, that's already being done. At the Annapolis Tidal Generating Station, enough electricity is created to power 4,500 homes. The Bay of Fundy is the only Canadian finalist left in the New7Wonders of Nature international competition. You can vote for it at www.new7wonders.com or simply text the word Fundy to 77077. Each vote costs 25 cents, and we're worth it.